Oh boy, everything broke. This is lame. It's lame. I also just realized I need to put myself up top. There we go. Well, what's up, y'all? This is Byte the Robot coming at you live again. Now you might be thinking, dang it, Byte, why are you up so late? Why are we doing this now? Well, it's quite simple. I felt like yapping. And I figure pretty much I'll just do this anytime I feel like yapping. Just because I think it'd be fun to do it that way. You know what I mean? That is how it is, and that's how it's gonna be. From here until the end of time. I'm still gonna do my normal things. If I can. But you know what? I also just want to yap at you sometimes. You can chill with that, right? Well, you're gonna have to. Alright, well, originally I was gonna do. Oh, my goodness, my microphone keeps peaking the mic for some reason. I don't understand why. Technology's breaking. Everything's breaking. Oh, good Lord. One moment. I'm going to try and figure things out. Alright. I'm having everything beam straight into my ears. I'm not really sure what's going on here. All the technology's breaking. I don't like it. I don't like it when my technology breaks, man. Technology, why? Whatever. I'm gonna listen back to this later and be like, oh man, I can't hear nothing I'm saying. Oh dear. Is this actually using my my right microphone? Good Lord. Who knows? I don't like that it's constantly peaking either. Why does everything break? Hold on. I need to figure my nonsense out. It's also pretty much a good idea to do this now so that I don't worry about it when I have to stream tomorrow. Yeah. My goodness. I love it. I love when my stuff breaks. It's amazing. Oh, the wonders of modern technology and the wonders of my cracky voice. Dear Lord. Oof. I'm loud. Why is it peaking? I also hate that it's capturing my... it's capturing like my mouth noise. I hate this. Ugh. Good Lord. Lordy almighty. Hold on, I'm gonna walk it back a bit. Woof. Woof. Ooh. Sorry. I hate this. I'm suppressing it more. Noise suppression. Here we go. Can you hear me? Ugh. Oh no. I broke it. Alright. Hang on. Is it working? Oh man. Good Lord, everything's breaking. Oh, I hate it. Why does it keep capturing my like breathing? Why are my mic settings so weird? Ew. I hate this. What's going on? What the heck? Everything broke. Everything's breaking. Why does it do this? Hold up. There's a lot going on. And my suppressor and everything is just. Ugh. My goodness. Yeah. I don't know. It's so dumb. Oh dear God. Everything's breaking. I already hate the sound of my voice. My own voice. But, ugh. I hate this. What the heck? Oh, is it going now? Holy crap. Sensitivity. Ugh. Don't like that. Not one bit. Alright. This is gonna be. This is gonna be Byte fixes his Byte. His freaking microphone. For too long. I mean, surely my filters would be working, but I don't know why this is a thing. I hate this. Why is it capturing my mouth noise? Ugh. Ugh. No. Oh boy. Hold up. I'm still trying to fix it. And the more I try to fix it, the worse it gets. Oh my God. Let's see. Oh no. Why does everything break? Oh, I don't like it. Hold on. We're gonna go back to this real quick. good lord. Well, I'm just hoping this is gonna have to do. And I hope I'm intelligible. Oh, dear God. And I'm sorry if there's mouth noise. I don't know how to stop that. But I'm gonna do my best. Oh God, sorry, y'all. This is 20 minutes of yapping. And there's just, or it's not even yapping. This is just 20 minutes of Byte. And his technology not working. Oh God. You all knew what you signed up for, I guess. Oh man. I hate that mouth noise. What the heck? I wonder if this works. I have no idea. Ugh. Oh boy. Don't you love it when your stuff breaks? Dear God. Yeah. I don't know. This is 20 minutes of Byte messing with his microphone settings. This is bad. I'm bad and it feels bad. Oh man. I need to stop doing that because this is ridiculous. Oh well. Dear Lord. This was supposed to be all my settings automatically work, but then they don't. Don't you love that? Wait, now what? Oh man. Christ alive. Yeah. I don't know. Something's breaking. Something is breaking and I don't know what. That's infuriating. I don't know. Is it this? You know what sucks too? Is that literally before I started, I was gonna start out in my apartment, and then it just decided to break, and all of my settings broke. So now I don't do that. And I was like, okay, fine. Byte's gonna start out playing games, because that's a thing. And then my mic broke. Christ alive. And now I can't get rid of the mouth noise. Which is funny because I don't have a mouth. But you know. Okay. We're just gonna try something. And we're gonna go. Because I'm not gonna fight with this all night. If I ever post this to YouTube, I'm cutting out this first half hour. This is so stupid. Oh well. Wonder. Okay, I'm sorry, I know. But I need to see if it has something to do with this. Dear God. Hey. Everything breaks. It's okay. Well, I was trying to make this work, but I don't think it will. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm gonna just start. And we're just gonna do the thing. Big sad. Oh well. At least I got my overlay working. That's something. And the game audio is gonna be 0. At least for now. Because I turned it off. Oh man. I love this. Alright. But yeah, let's try this again. What's up, y'all? This is Byte with Byte the Robot Show. We're trying again. It's so bad. But it's okay. Because we are going now. We are going now. We're going live. F it, we're doing it live. Yeah, anyone who knows that joke. Wait. Oh, man. Okay. Now that I finally have my voice out of my own ears, I am legitimately sorry if there's any mouth noise, even though I don't have a mouth. Just bear with me. We're going to be just playing games and yapping and having a good time for now. Just because I feel like it. So, I went and saw Beetlejuice. It was good. It was alright, but it wasn't nothing to write home about. It was something to do at least once, though. And yeah. I just thought it was an interesting little movie. They seem to start up a lot of things and then just never really resolve them. Is all. It just seems... How do I put this? Really, like, out of place at times. Like, they didn't really even fully develop any of their major bad dudes. Like, the Soul Eater chick or... Heck, even really that serial killer boy. It was like a weird throwaway gag. But, oh well. It is what it is. But I did have fun with it, at least. There were some gags that landed pretty good, like trying to do an homage to Beetlejuice, making everybody dance and all that weird stuff. Yeah. It was alright. It just wasn't great. I'm also gotta turn that back on. Because y'all need to hear this. I like having the game audio. Oh man, why are there 2 windowed projectors? Oh well. Yeah, that's part of the yapping too, is that I honestly have like another window open instead of playing with 2 monitors. See, that's the thing, is that your boys' opticals here work on a 1 monitor basis. You'd think it'd be 2, but it's not. It's just 1 monitor. Kill me. There we go. It's just a 1 monitor basis. It is what it is. It's pretty cool, but yeah. Yeah, originally I was going to be starting off in the apartment, but everything broke and I need to fix it. And there's a lot of things that I need to fix too, but Yay. So for tomorrow, I'm actually going to be streaming a little bit late. I'm just going to warn y'all in advance. And the reason why is that I got to go yell at the DMV. Because your robot boy's an idiot. Your robot boy's an idiot, and I got to fix a few things. So I'm not really yelling at the DMV. I'm yelling at myself for not doing things properly with the DMV. It is a price that I must pay. It's embarrassing to admit. But yeah, even a robot needs the DMV from time to time. I'm not in my old mecha body, so I can't just booster my way everywhere. I gotta use automobiles. And let me tell you, it's a bit inconvenient, but who's counting? So yeah, I hope to just yap at y'all every once in a while, just for no reason. Maybe we'll play games, maybe we won't. Because I wanted to do the apartment, but your robot boy didn't clean up. And I didn't want to have trash all over the floor while I was trying to stream from home. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? And yeah, yapping at y'all is just gonna be fun. Especially since I'm just fresh off a day at work. Because believe it or not, your robot boy actually does work a 9 to 5. Oh yes. And that 9 to 5 sometimes makes him tired. But that's alright too. Yeah. If you're curious, I could talk about that a bit. Not that anyone really cares, but just throw stuff out there. Throw it at the wall, see what sticks. From time to time, I like to just chatterbox with other YouTubers and stuff in the comments section of their videos. I don't know why. Throw my opinion out there. Just to see what is and what isn't. I'm theory crafting a build in my head right now. And I don't know if it'll actually be any good, but I'm going to build it. Because why not? And because I'm just going to plug myself, I guess, because I'm bad at self-advertisement, I'm mostly just I have a playthrough already on YouTube in the live section where I describe what I'm doing. But this is essentially just me doing my Fast 15 or whatever, so I can get upgraded weaponry fairly early. Yeah, to also talk about other things in the Beetlejuice movie. The song choices were cool. Everything about it was kind of cool. But it wasn't really anything totally... I don't know. Nothing really stood out to me as... I don't know how to put it. I'm just bad at articulating, I think. But, oh well. That's why you guys watch me, I suppose. Because I just yap. Yapping is fine, though. But they were doing like a section towards the end where, spoiler, I guess, where they were trying to pay homage to the original Beetlejuice movie, and then it just sort of fell flat, I suppose. And, yeah, I mean, they also did a few things with, you know, I guess that one actor was accused of something terrible, so they didn't... Well, one of the original actors was completely accused of something terrible, and I guess they cut him out of the movie, so he's literally just this body that was chomped in half, and they justify it as, oh yeah, he got bit in half by a shark. But he's still in the movie, just bit in half the whole time. It's kind of funny, but yeah, it was... Beetlejuice was interesting. I would definitely recommend it. It's honestly like a 5 out of 10 for me. Like average. Very, very average. I didn't hate it. It's just it exists as a movie. If that makes any sense at all. I don't make any sense at all. But you know, that's the consequence of yapping, I suppose. Other than that, like I said, I'm probably going to be just late streaming tomorrow because I got to do the DMV. And I don't know. When I actually hop on to do my usual thing, we're going to be doing bad bites again. And hopefully by then I'll have my room fixed up. Because not having the room fixed up was a little bit bonkers and bollocks, but you can't help it. So the yapping is going to have to be done with the backdrop of more Elden Ring, which I don't mind because I love this game. I recently subscribed to a channel called Only Waifu on YouTube. And Waifu does some cool stuff. I sincerely love her content. Actually inspired me to do a build, but since I'm not really deep into PvP or like other kinds of parts in this game, even though I would like to be, I'm not really confident that my build that I have in mind is going to be any good, but I hope it is. And yeah, just to tell you what it is, it's a Banished Knight's Halberd build with two-handed sword talisman and also spear talisman. I'm going to put Braggart's Roar on it, and I'm probably going to do a couple other things to it as well. Which, depending on how long I play tonight, you'll see. But I just decided to fire up while I'm playing, because why not? Main playthrough stuff I wanted to keep separate from my yapping session, though, because I didn't really feel like unnecessarily cluttering my content, because it's already a clutter already. Ooh, I almost got caught out and blew up. Dear Lord. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, tell you a little bit of stories from the old Bytester. There's just something about the job that I work where I'm consistently interested in what's going on, but there's also just weird happening sometimes in the workplace. I won't get into specifics about what I do until people actually care, but needless to say, there's a lot of very interesting people that I meet from time to time, and you haven't lived until someone actually does a photography shoot inside the building you work at. It's a public place, like, we don't specifically need to tell people not to do it, but it's interesting to see. And interesting is something, if nothing else, I suppose. But also, I've also decided that I'm going to be restarting My Immortal because I wasn't really too happy about the sound quality of the last attempt when I tried to do it. It sounded kind of like dog butt. It just wasn't very good. It just, yeah. I listened back to it and I was just like, oh God, what am I listening to with this? Holy Jesus. So, we're going to start over. And I've also decided I'm no longer going to self-censor. Just screw it. Anything that I say in the story is what it says in the story. That's just how it is. And that's how it's going to be. Too bad. Speaking of too bad, I've also just been on a weird nostalgia trip. And I've been listening to a bunch of other video games and rediscovering things that I thought I left in my robotic past. Fun fact, when your robot boy was just barely finding his feet, he played a lot on PlayStation hardware that was emulated through the mech. Emulated through the mech that I grew up in. So I played a lot of PlayStation 1 games and a lot of Nintendo. So there's that. And recently I've just been going back and looking at all that old stuff, and let me just say, there's just some magic that PlayStation 1 games used to have that I don't really see much anymore. Like, modern games are pretty and all these things are really, like, amazing technically. Like, I would never have envisioned this kind of thing all those years ago, but there is something, like, majestically beautiful about low poly graphics but incredibly tightened gameplay. I guess that's why I love Soulsborne games so much, because it just gives me that, and I don't get it very often. Yeah. Dear Lord. Specifically, there was a game that I played growing up that I really enjoyed, and it was called Bust a Groove, or Bust a Move if you were, Japanesey. But that game is a game about people dancing to try and get an object called the Groovetron from from this like pair of aliens that only came to Earth to use the Groovetron to steal promo posters of their favorite idol. Oh man, they don't even write stories that funny anymore. Or that loosely, for that matter. But it cracked me up. And it also made me realize that that game is very formative about how I love to play video games. Where I like to just keep going at something until I feel like I mastered it. And even though I'm not like the best by any stretch, there's a certain level of mastery that I like to think that I have at certain points. I don't know. I wouldn't call it that, I suppose. But I know a lot of useless trivia about this game and about just random stuff in general. But to go back to the point about Bust a Groove, it was very formative for me because I realized that one of my first childhood crushes was actually one of the characters in the game, and I'm like, oh no. No, Byte, no. Young robot, what are you doing? Well, it turns out that I was just, a young robot who did funny things. Nostalgia. Oh, God. Good Lord. Not only just talking about nostalgic things, but I also just really... Maybe I'll do this on stream one of these days if I can get an emulator working, but I would love to share with you guys some of the RPGs I used to play, because my goodness, there were some weird things going on there. Specifically, I would like to share Legend of Dragoon. Because Legend of Dragoon was a goat. Same with Final Fantasy Tactics. Maybe I'll stream that when I can actually figure out how to make an emulator work, but Tactics was my absolute favorite of the games growing up. Especially when I was in that PS1 era. I don't know how else to put it, really. It was just... Oh, actually, I do know how to put it, because it's easy. Final Fantasy Tactics was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones was a thing. I really don't know. That's a good way of putting it, but I'm just going to stick with it because that's exactly how I feel. It had the whole like political intrigue. It had the weird otherworldly threat from beyond the veil. And there was something very compelling about Delita as a villain. Not strictly because he was trying to actively kill you or do anything like wild or crazy. He almost felt like the protagonist of his own story, but the story that he was involved in and that he was trying to tell was conflicting with the story that you were in and that you were trying to tell. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a good way of putting it, but not only that, but I loved the job mechanics in that game, and I loved everything that made that game so different compared to the other Final Fantasies that existed at the time. I will say that I loved 6, and here's a hot take, I didn't care for 7. I didn't care for 7 or 8. They were both boring. And honestly, I did... Okay. I'm going to just rip the Band-Aid off. I didn't like Final Fantasy VII because the characters were kind of mid. That's just all I'm going to say. Young child me thought that all the characters were mid, and adult me, having tried to revisit it, still thinks they're mid. They're all mid and they all kind of suck. Of all the characters that I liked in 7, though, probably Barrett. He was cool. He reminded me of Mr. T. And 8 was... 8 was bad fan fiction. That's all I'm going to say about 8, is that I thought it was bad fan fiction, so... There. I ripped the Band-Aid off. But, having said that, if at some point people want me to try playing those again, which I think would be awful, but I'd do it if there's a demand for it. I'll try. I will say that I liked the... Okay. Here's something that's probably going to get people to hate me. I liked the remake more than I liked the original 7. And the reason for it is that I just love how stupid and campy every one of the characters actually are. Feels like some wild shit going on in Remake 7 that I adore. I adore it. Does that make a bad take? I don't know. Maybe. But it could also not be a bad take at all. And sorry. In terms of actual like favorite Final Fantasies, though, I think I'm the only deviant in my group of friends who likes 12. I really like 12. I really like Tactics. I love everything in Ivalice, and I feel like I'm the only one who does in my friend group. I've noticed that online a lot of other content creators are starting to talk more about it, like making video essays on Tactics and 12 and all of the Evil East games, which I'm actually quite happy about because more Evil East is always a good thing, just in my opinion. Anyway, I just now realized I don't know how I'm going to knock Edgar out of the picture, but I need to find a good somber weapon. And to find it, I think I need to go this way. I just now realized also my model is starting to break. Everything's breaking. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll have everything fixed, but yeah. I mostly just came on here to yap at you for about like an hour. And then I'll probably hop off right away. I don't mind just yapping though. Oh, actually, there was another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm terrible at drawing, and I'm terrible at chess, so I'm thinking I might grind out drawing and chess during one of these I'm gonna yap at you streams. And if I do, I think that would be kind of neat. A little bit spiffy. My artwork's terrible, though. Who knows? Maybe my artwork will improve if I just start drawing randomly on stream. Who knows? I'm not particularly good at any one thing, but whatever. And of course, the first actual chatter I get is trying to advertise. Get out of here with that. I love how, even though I say that I don't want any ads on anyone advertising on my damn stream, people still try and do it. Nice try. But you don't get to do that here, buddy. You've no power here. That didn't sound ominous at all. Alright. Back to yapping. Yeah, I've been thinking about sharing some other stuff I like to do from time to time. So I might. I really might, because I think that'd be cool to do. I also didn't want to actually go to the roundtable hold, because now this is slowing me down. Dang it. Whatever. At least I don't have to unlock. Ooh, burp. Excuse me. I just ate a pair of tiny Whoppers. Let me tell you, those were the most depressing things I have ever seen in my entire life. The Burger King in my area is actually not terrible. It's still kind of dog shit, but gets the job done. But those Whoppers, like, we got like junior Whoppers today, me and my housemates, and those are the most depressing things I have ever seen. Would not recommend. Would not recommend Burger King in general, but you know. It's food. It's food. It works. But man, those tiny Whoppers were not good. Or fulfilling. It made me kind of sad to eat them, actually, because I was like, this looks like a Unity Store asset burger that we just so happened to find lying around in a menu somewhere. It didn't even look like the burger fully rendered yet. Oh well. It is what it is. Made me want like a proper Whopper, though. And this might sound psychotic, but there are times where I even crave terrible food. And I don't even adequately know how to put it, but maybe it's just because conditioning. Because I'm an older robot and I have specific cravings, but actually that's something I want to touch on, is that I always hear about people who have like texture issues or like flavor issues with food, or they got allergies or something. And I had those things explained to me. It sounds like hell, but I have to wonder if there is such a thing as like satisfaction eating. Or if that's just normal. I don't know. But what it is for me is that I can only really get full if I like achieve a certain craving, or I address a certain craving and then eat that. If I don't have exactly what I'm craving, then I still end up getting really hungry and I can just keep eating without ever actually getting full. That probably just sounds like fat boy talk, but it's true. That's exactly what it is for me, is that if I don't eat the thing I'm specifically craving that evening, I'll just keep eating. It's terrible. It's terrible, and I don't want to... I cannot emphasize enough how frustrating it is, because I want to just eat whatever and then get full, but that's not how it works for your robot boy. I have to have the specific craving, or they just never get full. I just also now realize how airy my voice is when I breathe. I sigh a lot. One day I'll get good at like breath regulation. And before you ask, yes, robots can in fact breathe. In fact, breathing is how we activate the heat sink. Lets us eject warm air from the body that will melt the circuitry. This is how we work, you know. I'm probably the most boring VTuber that exists, but you do get your robot facts from me from time to time, and probably a lot of unnecessary yapping. But I felt like yapping, so yapping it is. Now then. Sorry, I had to think for a moment about where I was placing my little beacons there. Yeah, I just wanted to sit and yap, let you guys know that I'm probably going to be a little late tomorrow when I stream. And I'm probably going to be like, I don't know. We're going to restart My Immortal, that's for sure. Because, and I'm just repeating myself now, I just now realized, but I need to restart that because the audio quality on it was dog water, and I wasn't happy with it, so I'm going to start again. And I'm not going to censor anything that's in the story. You could call it out of respect for the author's intent, but really it's just because I hate thinking of euphemisms, and to be really honest with you, I don't care to censor. I really don't care to censor things. It's annoying. Alright. But yeah. I also wanted to talk about Beetlejuice because I've seen the original movie and it's cool. It's a cool little Tim Burton affair. Makes me feel like there's actual like magic. Okay, there's something magical about Tim Burton. And he was the one who, like, at least for me, defined a goth generation for a little while. And that goth generation just turned out to be like one of the coolest little morbid corners of the I almost said content creation world, but it's not really true. Of like the Hollywood movie sphere. That. Let's see. What else did I want to yap about today? Oh yeah, I wanted to yap about the fact that I'm trying to teach myself how to edit, because I think it'd be cool to cut some of this stuff down and launch it as a short or something. I don't really like shorts though. So maybe like a highlight reel or something. I'll teach myself how to edit at some point. But editing right now is just hard. And I'll tell you why it's hard. It's just a software I'm not familiar with using. And that unfamiliarity just sort of makes things a little bit more awkward to try and do. Like last time I tried to fire it up to edit anything, I had a voice file and I had something else because I wanted to do like, oh look, this is the Bad Bytes cut of this stream where I am now going to release this in smaller chunks so that people can watch it. And then it turned out that trying to edit that was a little bit on the side. And I make the fart noise on purpose because it was kind of poopy. It was kind of poopy and it didn't really do nothing. So, yeah. So, I am a little bit sorry that I haven't been able to use... that I wasn't able to start in the apartment, but my apartment was dirty and it broke. However, what I will say is that I'm very happy with this overlay that I got. And this overlay came from someone named Marine Chris. And I don't know, they're the GOAT. They're awesome. I feel bad that I can't commission more stuff from them right now, but this overlay is actually really cool. And also, taking a quick break because y'all have already seen this stuff from Elden Ring before, but I also have different screens that I can use. Oh yes. It's good stuff. And I just wanted to show that off because I thought they were cool. Now, whether or not I actually get anywhere with this build, I don't care. I literally just fired the character up so I could yap since my room was broken. Yap, let you know what's going on, and to let you know that the yapping sesh might... Byte yapping at you might actually become a thing that I do from time to time. Just because I think it'd be nice. You can't see it, but if I had a mouth, I'd be doing like a surprised Pikachu smile. There's no real good way of putting that, but it's a surprised Pikachu face, basically, like. Alright. I might call it here, because I think I've yapped at you enough. So, this has been Byte the Robot. Thank you for joining me while I yap at you. And thanks to our new naked guy, who has quite the club. And we'll see you all tomorrow, probably around like noonish or something, I don't know. But anyway, peace.